Hi, everyone. I'm John, and today's devotional is about Elisha and digging ditches. It comes to us from the book of 2 Kings in chapter 3. In this passage, Elisha is approached by kings from Israel, Judah, and Edom who are inquiring about what God had to say to them about how to defeat the Moabites. The response here is an interesting one, to say the least. It wasn't simply to just go bravely into battle or trust in your own strength or God's going to snap his fingers and wipe out the Moabites, which he easily could do. It was something outside of the ordinary. In verse 16 in the King James Version, it says, "And he said, Thus saith the Lord, make this valley full of ditches." Interesting response to battle. The story goes on to show how the ditches filled up with water, and the next morning the reflection of the sun made it look like blood. This made the Moabites wrongly assume that it was from the armies of Judah, Israel, and Edom turning on each other and literally causing pools of blood. The Moabites then thought they would take the plunder from the battle, but when they showed up to do that, they were mistaken. They were overtaken by the armies of Israel and withdrew and returned to their own land, it goes on to tell us. We serve a big God, and there are times I want to see big things happen in my life, but I have to ask myself, am I willing to always take those steps of faith first? How many times have I not been willing to dig the ditches in my life because it doesn't seem like it would work? How many times have I limited what my God could do because I wouldn't take that small step first? How about for you? What are the ditches the Lord is wanting you to dig? What are the steps of faith he's calling you to before he will show up and give you the battle? My friend Scott reminded me of this point with, if you're a spouse or a parent, one of the biggest ditches that God is calling you to dig is to show your family how to follow him and to show them his love. How many times have we fallen short in that? I know I'm guilty. Maybe for you, it's being a faithful employee and continuing to show up and dig those ditches of doing the right thing at work. Maybe it's stepping out in faith and sharing your devotional thoughts on the internet when you feel like you have nothing important to bring, like this guy feels. My prayer today is that the Lord would give me ears to hear his prompting and to know when to grab my shovel and dig those ditches. That he would help me to not get in the way of what he wants to do through me. So keep digging those ditches, everybody, and keep running the race that God has for you.